ముందుగా ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థులకు మరియు వారి తల్లిదండ్రులకు నమస్కారం. నా పేరు కే వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ చైర్మన్. నేను ఈ రోజు 10th క్లాస్ విద్యార్థులను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని మాట్లాడడం జరుగుతుంది. అది ఏమిటనగా మనందరికీ తెలుసు, గత 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా కరోనా కారణంగా విద్యార్థులు ఎటువంటి పరీక్షలు రాయకుండానే పై తరగతులు పంపడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫలితంగా IIT JEE మరియు నీట్ లాంటి జాతీయ స్థాయి పరీక్షలను సాధించడం కష్టతరం అవుతుంది. దీనిని అధిగమించడానికి మరియు 10వ తరగతి పరీక్షలో అత్యధిక మార్కులు సాధించడానికి నేను మీ ముందుకు కే వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ద్వారా అనుభవజ్ఞులైన అధ్యాపకులచే ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులు, హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్ మరియు గత ప్రశ్నపత్రాల సమాధానాల విశ్లేషణ ఇవ్వబడును. కాబట్టి నేను విద్యార్థులకు చెప్పదలుచుకున్నది ఏంటంటే, ఈ ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులను మరియు హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్లను క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో కూర్చొని చదువుకున్నంత సీరియస్ చదువుకోవాలను. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటనగా, ఈ యొక్క క్లాసులు విన్న వెంటనే అర్థం చేసుకొని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయవలను. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం అంటే కేవలం చదవడం కాదు, పేపర్ మీద రాయవలను. అలాగైతే గుర్తుండిపోతుంది. దీంతో పాటు మీ యొక్క నాలెడ్జ్ ని పరీక్షించుకునే కొరకు త్వరలో ఫ్రీ ఫైనల్ పరీక్షలు కూడా నిర్వహించబడు. ఈ యొక్క అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాలని 10th చదివే విద్యార్థులకు విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాను.
Indicators is used in titration. Indicators is used in titration. Generally, indicator is a substance which is useful to finding the end point of the reaction. So generally we are using 2 type of indicators. One is methyl orange. Indicator. And second one is phenolphthalein indicator. So these 2 indicators we are used to finding the end point of the reaction. సో ఒక యాసిడ్ని ఇంకొక బేస్కి యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏదో ఒక పాయింట్ దగ్గర సొల్యూషన్ కలర్ చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. దాన్ని ఎండ్ పాయింట్ అన్నాం. ఆ ఎండ్ పాయింట్ను ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి దీస్ 2 ఇండికేటర్ని యూజ్ చేస్తాం, మిథైల్ ఆరెంజ్ అండ్ ఫినాప్థలీన్ ఇండికేటర్. So methyl orange, it gives blue it gives yellow color.
Students, my name is Vishal Sharma and I did my BTech from IIT Kanpur in electrical engineering. I have an experience of more than 12 years in preparing IIT JEE aspirants for this examination. Under me already more than 100 students have cracked this IIT JEE examination. Right now I am associated with K Venkanna classes. Now K Venkanna classes, for the first time in Hyderabad, it has brought your top Delhi IIT and NITN faculties. Now what are you waiting for? Come and join us and realize your dream of getting into IITs.
Yellow color in basic solution. Pink color in acidic solution. So methyl orange indicator is used to finding the end point of the reaction. For example, methyl orange indicator, it gives yellow color in basic solution, pink color in acidic solution. So I am doing one activity for how to indicators is useful to finding the end point of the reaction. End point of the reaction. So I am taking a small beaker and a small amount of nearly 10 ml of sodium carbonate solution. Sodium carbonate. This is Na2CO3 solution. Sodium carbonate solution. Sodium carbonate solution. And adding small amount, 1 or 2 drops are methyl orange indicator. Methyl orange indicator. Methyl orange indicator. 1 or 2 drops. 1 or 2 drops methyl orange indicator is added to sodium carbonate solution. This solution turns to yellow color. This solution turns to yellow color. Yellow color. By adding HCl solution drop by drop into this sodium carbonate solution. So this is HCl solution is taken in a burette. By adding this is HCl solution. HCl solution. HCl solution is added drop by drop into this sodium carbonate solution. HCl concentration is increases in sodium carbonate solution by adding drop by drop HCl solution into sodium carbonate solution. HCl concentration is increases, sodium carbonate concentration is decreases. At a particular point, solution, this total solution turns into pink color. At particular point, sodium carbonate solution, it is yellow color. By adding HCl solution drop by drop into this sodium carbonate solution, at particular point, this sodium carbonate solution turns into pink color. That particular point generally we call it end point of the solution or end point of the reaction. End point of the reaction. At particular point, solution turns to yellow color to pink color. That particular point generally we call it end point. End point of the reaction. So in the end point of the reaction, we finding highest concentration of acid. Base concentration is decreases, acid concentration is increases. Acid concentration is more than base concentration. At particular point, solution color changes to pink. That is called end point. So end point means it consists of highest concentration of acid is compared than base. That particular point generally we call it end point of the reaction. End point of the reaction. So this is methyl orange indicator. Generally we are using acid base titrations. HCl is a strong acid, sodium carbonate is a weak base. Sodium carbonate is a weak base. Generally methyl orange indicator by using the reaction between weak base and strong acid. Weak base and strong acid. HCl is a strong acid, hydrochloric acid. Why? Because its pH is nearly 1. That's why it is called strong acid. Sodium carbonate, it is a weak base. Its pH is nearly 7.5. 7.5. So this is methyl orange indicator. So methyl orange indicator, it is used to reaction between weak base and strong acid. Generally methyl orange indicator is added to weak base, it gives yellow color. By adding drop by drop HCl solution into the sodium carbonate solution, at a particular point solution color changes pink color, that is called end point of the reaction. End point of the reaction. So this methyl orange indicator is used to finding the end point of the reaction between weak base and strong acid. Weak base and strong acid. Next, second indicator is phenolphthalein indicator. Phenolphthalein indicator. So this phenolphthalein indicator generally used the reaction between phenolphthalein indicator. Phenolphthalein indicator. These indicators generally used in strong base and weak acid. So we are finding the end point of strong base and weak acid by using phenolphthalein indicator. So strong base is example NaOH. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base. Weak acid, that is oxalic acid. COOH twice, oxalic acid. So it is also written as H2C2O4. H2C2O4. This is called oxalic. Here how many hydrogens is there? 2 hydrogens. How many carbons is there? 2 carbons. Here 2 oxygens is there. So 2 into 2, 4 oxygens. So H2C2O4 is called oxalic acid or COOH twice. So both formulas are correct regarding weak acid. It is oxalic acid. So its name is oxalic acid. Oxalic acid. So phenolphthalein indicator is used to finding the end point between strong base and weak acid reaction. This is weak base and strong acid, that is methyl orange indicator. So we are using phenolphthalein indicator between strong base and weak acid reaction. So in phenolphthalein indicator it gives colorless in acid solution. It gives colorless in acid solution. It gives permanent pale pink color. Permanent pale pink in basic solution or base solution. Basic solution or base solution. So phenolphthalein indicator is a substance. It gives colorless in acid solution. It gives permanent pale pink color in base solution. So I am do one activity for this phenolphthalein indicator. How to work phenolphthalein indicator in acid medium as well as in base medium. So take a small beaker, small, maybe 10 to 15 ml of it is oxalic acid solution. Any weak acid, maybe oxalic acid or maybe carbonic acid, anyone it is. Weak acid generally we are taken in a small beaker. It is weak acid. So weak acid may be oxalic acid or maybe carbonic acid, H2CO3. Oxalic acid may be carbonic acid. So H2CO3 name carbonic acid. So this is oxalic acid, COOH twice, oxalic acid. H2CO3 name carbonic acid. So a small amount of acid, maybe weak acid like oxalic acid or carbonic acid taken in a beaker, by adding 2 or 3 drops phenolphthalein indicator to this weak acid solution. Solution is colorless. So in acidic medium, phenolphthalein indicator, it is colorless. Solution. By adding base solution like NaOH or potassium hydroxide, any base, sodium hydroxide or maybe potassium hydroxide, NaOH or KOH. It is strong base, sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. So by adding drop by drop NaOH solution into this weak acid, maybe oxalic acid or maybe carbonic acid solution, at particular point solution turns to permanent pale pink color. Permanent pale pink. Solution turns to permanent pale pink color. That particular point generally we call it end point of the reaction. End point of the reaction. The solution at which colorless solution, the point at which colorless solution is converted into permanent pale pink, that particular point is called end point of the reaction. End point of the reaction. In the end point of the reaction, base concentration is high and acid concentration is low. That's why it gives permanent pale pink color solution. Permanent pale pink color solution. So these phenolphthalein indicator generally used to acid solution and base solution. Titration between acid solution and base solution. Base solution. Phenolphthalein indicator generally acid medium లో ఉన్నప్పుడు కలర్లెస్. సో నువ్వు వీక్ యాసిడ్ తీసుకొని దానికి 2 or 3 డ్రాప్స్ ఫినాప్థలిన్ ఇండికేటర్ని యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇది ఫస్ట్ ఎలా ఉందో నువ్వు ఇండికేటర్ని యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు కూడా సొల్యూషన్ సేమ్ కలర్లో ఉంటుంది, కలర్లెస్. ఎప్పుడైతే నువ్వు NaOHని యాడ్ చేస్తున్నావో బేస్ను, స్ట్రాంగ్ బేస్ని డ్రాప్ బై డ్రాప్, NaOH కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందో, ఎప్పుడైతే ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందో ఈ సొల్యూషన్లో, అట్ పర్టికులర్ పాయింట్ ద సొల్యూషన్ చేంజెస్ టు permanent pale pink. The solution changes to permanent pale pink. That particular point generally we call it end point of the reaction. End point of the reaction. So phenolphthalein indicator is used to finding the end point of weak acid and strong base. NaOH and KOH, these two are strong bases. Strong bases. So phenolphthalein indicator is used to finding the end point of weak acids and strong base. Weak acid and strong base. Weak acid and strong base. So we are finding the reaction between weak acid and strong base. Generally we are using phenolphthalein indicator. Phenolphthalein indicator. So these two are the indicators. Generally we are using strength of acid. So this is first equation Na to oxalic acid or carbonic acid. This solution is weak acid. ఎప్పుడైతే బేస్ని యాడ్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నావో ఆటోమేటిక్గా సొల్యూషన్ టర్న్స్ టు పర్మనెంట్ పేల్ పింక్. దట్ పర్టికులర్ పాయింట్ జనరలీ వీ కాల్డ్ ఎండ్ పాయింట్ అన్నాం. ఎండ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ద రియాక్షన్ అంటే ఒక యాసిడ్ బేస్ మధ్య రియాక్షన్ జరుగుతున్నప్పుడు పర్టికులర్ పాయింట్ దగ్గర ఎక్కడైతే సాల్ట్ ఫామ్ అవుతుందో ఆ పర్టికులర్ పాయింట్ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి ఇండికేటర్స్ని యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఫినాప్థలిన్ అండ్ మిథైల్ ఆరెంజ్ indicators. So methyl orange indicator is used to reaction between strong acids and weak bases. This phenolphthalein indicator is used to reaction between weak acids and strong bases. Weak acids and strong bases. Strong bases. So this is phenolphthalein indicator, that is the activity. We are finding the particular point of the solution in the phenolphthalein indicator. Phenolphthalein indicator.